You know, I gotta give Krai credit. He might be one of the rare cases of an MC forced to sell himself to pay off his debts, but yeah, you know what? It's gonna kill him, but at least it'll be a fun ride, I suppose. But Jesus, this was such a good episode of Grieving Soul because it's actually kind of like more of a slice of life establishing episode. Yeah, a lot of stuff happens, but compared to the arcs we've been dealing with, this is like sit back, kind of regroup, see where the gang's going. And finally seeing like Liz and Tree go at each other. They don't like really cause a ruckus to the degree that something explodes or someone's dead. But their little drunken ramblings, you really get a sense of, oh god, these two left unchecked, or truly like trying to end each other's lives, the amount of fatalities that would be in the crossfire is insane. And they have this gag, which I didn't realize was a gag at first, but the idea that you have this big boy and his posse, one of the guys looks like Johnny Bravo, they apparently have made a name for themselves, and in a drunken rage, Liz smacks him upside the head and he can't do shit. And somehow someone who was being established as like a dragon slayer got team rocketed. And seemingly that's going to be their remaining contribution to the season. God help this world if Krai actually ever does retire, because Armageddon. Full live reactions over on Patreon if you want to see me laugh and break the show down in real time over there exclusively. So, honestly, one of the more enjoyable episodes, if we're being 100%. I like kind of taking a step back, not having maybe an overarching plot, but just regrouping and seeing where it's going to go next. And I forget what they called it, the Malice Eater or something. And he talks about how he's going to use it to drink. I'm like, oh, this is some weird goblet or something, right? Like he's going to pour some wine in a cursed chalice and it's gonna, what's usually used to destroy the world is gonna be his new drinking cup. No, it's this adorable little creature. And I think what's really funny about Krai's safety rings is, and this is such good directing, and I really like how the anime handled it. So previous to this little creature, swatting its tail, snuggling up with him, and rapidly destroying his safety blankets. We have the big boy, the big guild leader, and he just pats him on the back once, and we see one of his rings shatter. And those little moments, I think, are underappreciated, especially in a show like this, because it would be easy to just not have that scene and have this little creature rapidly destroy his rings. But then you would have people, speculating, oh, was it secretly because this thing wants to kill him? Or, it would just create a lot of pointless discussion surrounding that. And instead, just moments prior, we see that even just basic nice pats on the back because someone's that ridiculously strong can actually shatter one of his rings. So the idea of this little cute creature snuggling up against him and his tail may be whacking him because it's wagging its tail is enough to rapidly destroy his safety. And I think it goes to show just how insane both his luck stat but also the people he surrounds himself really is. Because if any of them actually wanted to kill Krai, they would do so without struggle. And if Krai was ever able to properly get across that he's actually lazy, he wants nothing to do with this. To be honest, he doesn't even know what the hell you guys are talking about. Like, they'll literally tell him a name as easy to remember as Arnold. And when he finally meets an Arnold, he's like, I wonder if I heard that name somewhere before. The dude is the laziest mofo known to man. And the fact that people honestly think it's all according to plan. Like, my boy just is sitting here like, hey, shit, man. I'm probably gonna die. I don't really got a lot of safeties left. And then it somehow turns into a situation where Citri's like, hey, we're going to teach you human experimentation and how to surpass your limits because basically children and young teens, they have the ability to continuously, train their mana capacity. But once you reach a certain age, you can't really do that. You thought that, huh? See, what we do is we break you down to your exhaustion limit. We put a weird drink in your mouth and we do the cycle over and over. Essentially, a member of Grieving Soul is saying we're gonna do human experimentation to the point of physical torture to make you surpass limits that shouldn't be surpassed anymore. Now, is anyone gonna deny it's effective? No, But there's a reason why Tino flinches when these sisters are in the room. And the poor girl just can't catch a break, man. Immediately, I love the difference in energy too. One sister physically abuses her to the point of attempted murder. And the other sister would experiment on her because, ooh, she's such a pretty little doll I can manipulate. If Tina was truly smart, she would give up on any love she thinks she has for Krai and just leave. Because this poor girl is going to be going through hell on earth. And it's just an episode like this that is just so simple, so basic, just regroup. You can see how desperately Krai's like, man, I need to repair these safety rings or I'm gonna die. But also, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be anywhere around any of this. And just continuously is thrown into it deeper and deeper. It is such a stupid show, but so brilliant all at the same time. And I'm loving it more and more. Of course, I'm happy it's 13 episodes rather than your typical 12. So we get that little extra week of this Grieving Soul greatness. But this show desperately needs a season 2 confirmation ASAP. It's just too good to leave off on one season. The cast dynamic, the world building, everything about, even the production. I love how this show looks. I love the character models, the lighting, and honestly, just the continuous reactions from Krai, man. The best part is sometimes it's not even his reactions, it's the Force. Like them covering his eyes because Liz is just like, hey, here I am. And he's like, huh, I wonder what's going on. It's just the way they can be so lewd but remain to be comedic with it. Like the fact that you knew, it wasn't actually a spicy scene, but she was moaning like it was. It turns out she's just giving him a back rub. But she's just clean up in aisle 7, bring the mop and bucket, because explosions, if you catch my drift. The show, it plays with a lot of the tropes and cliches we've come to either know and love, or maybe know and hate. But the way they blend it together in this concoction just has me saying, who would have thought Let This Grieving Soul Retire would become one of my personal favorites of this very packed and busy Fall 24 anime season? Because before this season, it wasn't even on my radar. I thought it was just going to be some generic harem. Kind of what it looked like. And then it became Eminence and Shadow 2.0 that I actually want to see more seasons of this than Eminence and Shadow. Not because I hate Eminence and Shadow, just this one's clicking with me more. I mean, I'll take 10 seasons of both, but if I have to pick one over the other, I would unironically pick this one. Shoot me! Fantastic, but man, if I was this author, I would write the final, few words of whatever the story is. Him on his deathbed, surrounded by everyone, just being like, I never wanted to be here. Death. Because that's the only way to end it, I feel like. Let me know your thoughts and feelings down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, of course, ring that bell. And like I mentioned, full live reactions over on Patreon. And hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. Alright, so today we've got Viper, Lol77, Corbo, Casper Joel Jensen, Logan65, Anthony Nugent, and we also have Adam. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care and y'all have a good one.